Many people believe that pipe smoking was a thing of the past, an old ritual, if you will. But actually, pipe smoking is as popular as ever, seeing many of the younger generations now giving it a go. However, for some like me, pipe smoking is a little bit of a challenge, putting my lungs to the test, giving me tongue bite, and struggling to keep the pipe lit. But is this just a regular occurrence when it comes to pipe smoking, or is it just a lack of knowledge when it comes to smoking properly? Today, I'm joined by Kim, who is one of our pipe experts, so she's going to show me how to pack and smoke a pipe correctly. Kim, thanks for joining me today on the channel. It's a pleasure to have you. I know that we've had a few comments of people suggesting we did a video together, so I think it's about time that we sat down together and you teach me something that I'm not really too fond with. So
you've been with the company a lot longer than me, so I feel like you usually teach me things. So this is a new sort of
well, I think it goes both ways. I mean, you know a lot more about the pipes than I do, I think. It's safe to say you've got a lot more experience. I have tried a pipe in the past, but it's never really stuck with me. It's not something that I tend to go back to. I just like the cigar because I feel like it's a little bit more simplistic for me. Yeah,
you light it and carry on.
Exactly, yeah. So from a newbie's perspective, where do we start?
I would say packing it is the first thing that you need to work on. You need to pack it right because you don't want it to be too tight or too loose because you want to get a nice draw, okay? And then the second part is lighting it and keeping it lit, which obviously you've said that you struggle before. So we can do both of them today.
Okay, perfect. And now we agreed that we weren't going to do the cleaning of the pipe and all of that today.
No.
It is sweltering in this room. We're going through a heat wave right now, so we don't want to be in here for too long. No. So today we're going to purely focus on the packing and lighting of the pipe. And then in another video, we can go over the other components to it.
Yeah.
So firstly, I kind of want to know what tobacco we're using.
We are using the American Blends Black Cherry, and I actually think you should smell it before you smoke it because it's so delicious, honestly. It smells like black cherry as well. So this is an aromatic blend, so they add in the flavors, so it's really delicious.
It's unreal, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this is something that I spoke to Callie about on the channel a while ago, is that when it comes to cigars and infused tobacco, there's a lot of people out there that turn their noses up.
Yeah.
But when it comes to pipe smoking, it's normalized.
To be honest with you, Lewis, I'm not too sure. I think it is just that there's a bit more experimentation in pipe tobacco and people like to experiment with flavors and stuff like that, whereas with cigar, it's more raw, and especially with Cuban, you don't want to disrupt it too much. So, yeah.
That's a very good point, actually. This smells incredible. I remember back in the good old days when I was packing orders and things like that, I was packing pipe tobaccos and smelling all of them and thinking, wow, this is incredible.
It's so rich that you could smell it through the packaging. It's really delicious.
Honestly, it really is. So, I mean, avoid putting it in the same humidor as your cigars then, I would say. I think that's probably an important point to make. But yeah, why did we choose the black cherry?
I think it'd be a great flavour for you. I know you like a sweeter sort of taste, so that'll work for you, and it's great for beginners. Aromatics are used a lot with beginners just because it gives them that flavour before you get in depth with the Latakia and the Oriental and stuff like that. So I think that helps for beginners.
So less intensity there.
Exactly.
Okay, perfect. So let's get to packing the pipe, and then I never said cigar then, and then lighting it. So
I've chosen you a well bent, and these are on the cheaper side of buying a pipe. You can obviously, they range to about $1,000, don't they, if you go for like Dunhill, but this is a nice easy one. There's corn cobs as well that you can use, but I think this is more sophisticated. So
this one's a little bit smaller. You've got a pretty interesting one.
Yeah, this one's a cheaper one too, but it matches my personality. There's a lot more colour, and this is a Mr. Brog. So Mr. Brogs are also quite cheap, but I think it's got a lot of personality.
It doesn't look cheap though. Like honestly, I thought that was like £100, £200 pipe.
Oh, see? Don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, true. But how does it smoke? Let's find out.
That's true.
Okay, so do we just grab the tobacco and shove it in, or?
So you just want to pick out just a little bit. There's 3 stages to it. So first, you pop some tobacco in, you temper it down lightly, and then you pop another layer in and you temper it down, and the last layer you do quite tightly, and then obviously you light it. So if you want to do the first layer.
Okay, so there are multiple steps to this, and the tool that we are using is this 3-in-1 tool. So the tamper is the flat part.
Yes.
So that's the tamper, and then we've got
the reamer.
The reamer.
The scoop one.
The scoop one.
Yeah.
And then we've got the
prod or picker, whatever you want to call it. That just gets the remnants out of the bowl.
Okay, I'm not going to jump to conclusions of what we do for all of these things just yet, but so for now we're focusing on the tamper. So I'm just going to pick my tobacco out now, and then
just a little bit, just to pop it, because you've got quite a relatively small pipe, so that's for shorter smokes.
So what, something like that, or
maybe just a little bit less, just because it's such a small bowl. That's perfect. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to pop that down. Okay, so
I'll do mine as well while you're doing yours. So I'll need a little bit more because my bowl is slightly larger than yours.
Right. Okay.
So I'll just pop that in, and then you want to use your.
How do I know when to stop pushing?
You get your tamper to push it down.
Oh, okay. Of course, yeah.
Then you pop that down, and then you pop it in there.
Oh, okay. So I'll just do like a light push for now.
Yeah, nice and light the first one, just because you want to keep it relatively loose at the bottom so you can get that draw, and then obviously you get tighter.
Okay, it's gone everywhere over me, but that's fine. I'll hoover it up.
You probably want to just take a little bit out just because there's probably a little bit too much in there just for now. There you go.
Okay, let me just...
Yeah, and then you want to tamper that down.
So I'm now tapping that. So we should have a gap there at the top?
Yeah, it should be like a third full, really. That's what I should have said. It should be about a third full, and then you want to tamper it down, and then you want to put another third in. So you tamper that now, so you want to put some more in.
Okay. So then I use the rest of the tobacco that I shouldn't have put in earlier.
That's my fault, I should have told you. And then you just tamper that down a little bit more tighter.
Okay.
That's it. Perfect. And then you want to put the last lot in to fill the bowl to the top.
Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That, just so now.
Oh, I can smell it. It smells really good.
Yeah, it does. It's making me hungry. Okay, so tampered that down just slightly.
That's
so
perfect.
Now
That's really perfect. Just
okay,
like
cool.
There you go. Just fill mine up too. So that's all tampered down, and then you want to check your drawer. So you just need to. That's it. Can you get a good amount of air through? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if it's too loose or not, but
as long as you can get a good amount through, you should be fine.
Yeah, I get a good amount through. I can taste it already. And
then you obviously want to get your lighter, and what I do is I hold the flame. You don't want to burn the tobacco. You want to pull the
flame.
That's it. Pull the flame through the pipe. So you just hover it over and draw multiple times until you're getting it through.
Sorry, when you're doing this, you're not inhaling.
No, you don't inhale.
So it's like cigars, you don't inhale at all.
No. Okay, it's just getting the aroma in your mouth, and obviously with aromatic, you get even more. So.
Okay, cool. So I've got a different lighter to yours, but this one's a bit more expensive, but they're just like cheapies.
Yeah, if you're a beginner, these are great.
And they're still...
Yeah, I think they're about £3 on the site, so...
Yeah, and they're still fire, isn't it? Still works. Okay, so I'm just... It feels so strange having to...
There you go, you just hold it over and then draw through. Perfect. That's it, and then you can see it being drawn through the pipe. Perfect. And you just continuously do that. So we're going to do this now, until you feel like it's quite ashy at the top, and then we'll move on to the second. Okay,
so like a cigar, on the end of the cigar, when you light it, it goes white. Yeah. So should it be like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you just want to. This is the initial light, so we'll tamper this after that.
Okay.
So there we go. Look.
So mine's mostly black with a little bit of white. Should I keep doing it?
I keep going. I've got used to it, so I'm quite.
I was going to say you were
quick.
Like, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. You're doing a really good job considering you haven't done it much. So this is the initial light. So what we're doing is we're getting that all lit and ready to go, and then we can tamper it again. Just push down on that so we can fit a bit more tobacco in.
Okay.
But we don't want to tap too hard because we don't want to put the embers out. We want to keep the embers alight. So
so it's like a campfire. You need a bit of oxygen to it to burn. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Now, I mentioned earlier about tongue bite. Is that normal for people to experience?
You want to be careful when you're smoking it because obviously you don't want to draw too much because you'll make the bowl really hot. And obviously you can cause yourself tongue bites. You do want to be careful there, but obviously it's hard with pipe smoking because you want to keep it alight.
Yeah.
I think that's why a lot of people struggle. You just have to, the more you do it, you find how quickly and how often you need to do it. So for me, I always say if you're a beginner, 1 to 2 seconds intervals, and then to light. And then once you've got it going, I'd say every 30 seconds, just make sure that you're just giving that a quick draw just to keep it light. But you're right, you don't want to be too harsh.
Right.
Like with cigars, you don't want to be too harsh and then cause yourself tongue bite. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So it's very similar to cigar smoking in a way. You know, so there's sort of a ritual to it, there's more of a process to it. It's almost like a meditation in a way.
Of course, yeah. I think people panic and they think that they need to rush it, but it is something to do when you're relaxing and enjoying. It's not something to rush through, it's different with cigars because I think you can get different levels of how big, and obviously with bowls you can too, but you can sit, relax, add more if you want. With cigars, it's more, you've got that certain amount of time and that's it. With pipe smoking, I think you just need to take your time, relax. Yeah. I mean, cigars are like that too. But yeah, I think pipe smoking is made to relax and enjoy it, whereas I think a cigarette lasts, a minute for some people. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we've done the first light, and you said that we now need to tamper it more? Or do we need to light it again? Because I don't know if it's gone out.
No, that'll still be a light, there'll still be embers in there. So what you want to do is just tamper it down, just because we're going to have a secondary light. We've lit it, we're enjoying it, and then we're just going to light it again. Okay. Do the exact same thing to keep it going. If you need to add a little bit more tobacco or anything like that, that's fine. Okay. But yeah, this is called the secondary light. So exactly the same thing. Okay. Oh, lovely. Look at that. Wow, yeah, you can really see the smoke from it. Can you taste it too? Like the black cherry really comes through. I think so. I think at first I could, but now I'm not getting as much of the taste. It does evolve just like a cigar. Yeah, you might get a different taste. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, some people get a bit of wood with black cherry and stuff like that, so it's quite earthy. Yeah, I was just thinking that it's a bit oaky, really, like a burnt oak, which is ironic because you're burning it. Yeah. But a lot of people, I've had people say before that, obviously on comments and stuff, that pipe smoking is basically you're smoking the actual pipe, like the wood, but obviously you are going to get remnants of taste of bright wood, a lot of them. So it's like corn cob, there'll be different flavours that you get from the pipe itself. Okay. But yeah. Okay, perfect. So now, what, we're lit, or do we keep going again? Is there a third step, or? That's it. You sit, enjoy, relax, and take your time. But I would say as a beginner, while you're enjoying your smoke, just to make sure that I'd say have a draw every 30 seconds. Okay. And just keeps it light. Oh, it's lovely. How does it compare to a cigar? I know you like cigars better, but I know a cigar is a lot quicker to enjoy. This it feels weird to me, you know, having to hold this, light it, tamper it, and do everything like that. So it feels very strange, and I don't know if the taste is quite different as well. Oh. It doesn't taste like a cigar to me, which, to be fair, it probably shouldn't, because it's not a cigar. I don't know, it's weird. I feel like I need to smoke. Do you want to hold it like a cigar? It feels strange. But I feel like I need to smoke it more to see what I think. This is when you need to try some different flavours and see how you get on. Yeah. So what other flavours would you recommend for someone like me? For beginners, I would stick with the aromatic for now. So there's other American blends that you can try. The Cornell and Deal, they're not too strong, so there's some good ones. Okay. But you like sweet tobacco. So, I do, yeah. Yeah, I think aromatic's the way to go. Okay. I think once you get more like in tune with what you like, you can experiment. I feel like with tobacco, especially pipe smoking, you do need to try out things to see, which is why we have the 10-gram samples on the site. Obviously, we've introduced them in the last year. Yeah. And so people can just spend like under a tenner on a small amount to try, test, and that way, there's so many like that now. I think most of our tobaccos are on there for 10-gram samples now, just so you can have a go. I do feel like the pricing of pipe tobacco is pretty good, especially when you compare it with cigars. You know, I mean, you can
like you said, buy 10 grams. And how many grams would fit in a pipe? Like
I'd say
3-4 grams?
3 to 5, depending on your size of the bowl. So
okay.
yeah, it's a really good deal. Really.
Yeah. So what you're looking at about what? £3 per.
£3 is. I say we start at about £3, yeah, and then obviously at 10 grams, 5 grams maybe, depends on the tobacco. But yeah, you could get three smokes out of that. At 10 gram.
So how long would a typical bowl last for, roughly?
What, a pipe?
Yeah.
Pipe bowl? It's how you look after them. So obviously when you clean, if you're cleaning constantly and you're making sure that every time you take that step to clean out your stem and your bowl, and a lot of people use solution because that helps too.
Right.
It depends on that, because the more you look after your pipe, it can literally last a lifetime, a pipe,
right.
if you look after it correctly.
Okay.
But if you're abusing it and you're overheating it, it's going to crack and stuff like that. So you want to make sure that you take your time and really enjoy the smoke, and it's a process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you for teaching me how to light and smoke the pipe. I think we should sit back for a little bit, smoke some more, and then you can teach me how to empty it and whatnot.
Of course, yeah, not a problem. Yeah, maybe you could teach me how to smoke a cigar one day.
Yeah, that would be good.
I've done it before, but I am really bad.
Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for cigars that you think Kim should try, let us know down in the comments below. So we've been there for what, like 5 minutes or so, just sitting, smoking the pipes. Definitely getting more of that flavour now.
Yeah, it comes back.
It's yeah, it's strange because the smell of the tobacco is so aromatic, but the taste itself isn't overpowering. So maybe that's why people don't turn their nose up at infused tobacco, because it's not so intense. Whereas with a cigar that's infused, it's very flavourful and very intense. So maybe people like this because it's more of a matured flavour.
Exactly, yeah, I completely agree, yeah. You've taken to this really well. Like, you've been doing this for 5 minutes and you're keeping it alight. A lot of people struggle in the beginning. Great teacher though, so.
True. Also, to be fair though, mine's not smoking as much as yours is when you're taking a draw.
It depends. I feel like when it starts, obviously I've left it a good 45 seconds, so you have to draw it through to get the smoke back through it and relight it, because obviously the embers are starting to go out. Yeah. Obviously you said that sometimes you struggle to keep it alight, and that's not a problem. Even if it goes out, like for me, I've been smoking a good 1.5 years now, and it does go out every now and then, and that's not a panic. So if you're a beginner and it's going out and obviously you're panicking, don't. You just pick up your lighter and you light it again and carry on. And in the end, you will get into a rhythm of keeping it alight and knowing how to smoke it and what works for you. So don't panic at all. Okay, perfect. I think this has been really insightful. It certainly taught me how to keep a pipe lit and understanding the taste behind it as well. I'm getting even more of an aftertaste now. I really appreciate you taking an interest as well, because it is, I feel like pipe smoking's coming back up again, like cigar is like an old-timey sort of thing, but now a lot of younger people are smoking. Yeah, I remember when we had the shop open here in Norfolk, I had a bunch of uni students that wanted to try pipes, and it was just nice to see the contrast in the consumers, because obviously, you know, I know you shouldn't, but when you think pipe smoker, most people think of elderly people. Older people, yeah. But that's not the case anymore. People are more open to trying these things and kind of going back in time. Yeah, it's nice as well that we have a presence on social media to show people that obviously younger people like me and you, we enjoy it too, and others can. So it's nice to be able to put that out there and show everyone. Yeah, and education is also a really important part of it. And, you know, on the listings and whatnot, you know, it goes into the brand's history, the flavor notes and everything like that, the intensity is really important to look into that, so you're not making any sort of blind decisions. Exactly, yeah, agreed. Yeah, but anyway, Kim, thanks so much for joining me today. It's been an absolute pleasure. Let's sit back and enjoy some more pipe tobacco, and yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Until next time, stay safe and happy having. Peace.